ASMR video. Today we'll be eating some pancakes, and I've got a big announcement that I want to share with you guys in this video. So stay tuned, definitely watch until the end. So let's go make some pancakes.
Hello, welcome to a new ASMR video. Today, I wanted to sit down, not whisper. Actually, we have some business to discuss in this video. Big business, important business, as you can read by the title. I am moving out. Yes, this might come to a shock to a lot of you guys, but not to us really. So yeah, let's go eat some delicious, peaceful pancakes. Anyways, I wanted to speak about this movement. I'm moving out in a couple weeks, in 7 weeks time. Today's a Thursday, so won't be long until I'm gone. My parents, they bought a house. A gorgeous ranch house in the middle of Zeeland. A very random place that I've heard about a couple times. Been there a couple times as well. Very nice place. Local villages and stuff. It took us 2 years to get this house almost. You know, we went to a lot of houses where we thought, wow, good house, location is decent, but then you have neighbors, which is something we specifically asked for the real estate agent. You know, we prefer not to have neighbors, and most places had neighbors. We wanted tranquility, peace, a nice place, big property. The house itself didn't have to be big. The house is perfect. It's fun fact, it's actually bigger than the house we have now. It may not appear like that because it's sort of a bungalow. It's got 2 storages, but the property is what's made us think, yep, this is our house. So it initially took a year and a half to get this house because there were some snakes in the grass. Because this house had been on the market for 2 years nearly, and every time we kept wondering, why has this house not been sold for nearly 2 years on the market? That's not right. Something's off. Yep, there was something off. There's something called in the Netherlands agrarisch bestemming. Basically just a way to screw you over financially and make you pay more if you want a house. That's what it is basically. We were able to manage to do something else and we got the house. Thank God for that. So yeah, I'll be moving out soon. Permanently. I don't know, because I still have my car lessons. Hope to drive off soon, but who knows when the news comes, I guess. I may not look excited. I've slept terrible this week because of this heat wave in the Netherlands currently. So I apologize for looking terrible physically. This is the most I've eaten this week so far. I haven't eaten much this week. It's a ranch house basically. When we first arrived at that house, we were all like, wow. Photos are deceiving, we know that. But the house itself was spectacular. Searching through so many goddamn houses, areas, every house and each individual house we went into, it didn't click, It didn't feel like home, It felt like a hotel. Some of these houses were way too big for us, I don't want to brag, but there was one house in between that was absolutely gorgeous. Massive, like, not a mansion, but massive. And we were just like, we have to invest so much money into this house because the whole lay-in doesn't very much make sense. The whole location doesn't really, didn't settle by us until we found this house. And we've been trying to fight for this house because nobody else wanted it. That's the funny thing. In the year and a half that we've been trying to get this house, we didn't have no competitors trying to get this house. Only we wanted it. No one else wanted it. Also because it is in the middle of nowhere. It's not near a city. It's in a village. That's also a reason. We just wanted to get away of the city, man. That was really the biggest issue. We wanted peace and tranquility. And it was, it was especially because of my sister and my grandmother, They live with us. Obviously, my sister and my grandmother live with us. But I think if it weren't for them, we would have probably never done this. My parents, at least. So yeah, it's very exciting, I must say. And please, the property is 360 around, so obviously the first things we're going to have to do is get the basics, cameras, guns, not like actual guns, but airsoft rifle. You got to protect yourself on a farm. That's just the truth. And what this house was able to offer us was business rights. A lot of these houses in the Netherlands don't have business rights. You're not allowed to put a business, you're not allowed to do this and that, all this other bullshit. You've got to follow the dumbass law. This country will try to do anything to provoke from you making a living. They try and get your money anywhere they can. That means with these dumb rules, agriculture, meaning that you have to pay more on top of your mortgage, all this and this and that. I'm not doing that. So yeah, it was quiet for a couple months, and then we got the real estate agent saying, listen, good news, you guys are able to buy the house. We were able to discuss something with the council. Go ahead, make an offer. They accepted our offer. Yet we've all said, we didn't tell this to the owner obviously, but we all told each other, this house is under market value, which means they shouldn't be offering this low money for this house. We don't care. Saves us money. I mean, our house sold as well about a week or two ago. I was able to meet the owners last weekend. A very young couple. They want kids. And I said, wow, this house is perfect for you guys. Decent size. No neighbors back then. So they'll have a nice house for 10, 20 years. That's why I didn't mention this for the past couple months, especially the beginning of my videos. I was very sad because we had all given up hope on this house. And that's why I often would feel sad and appear sad in my videos, because I was very disappointed with the fact we weren't able to get the house. Until now, it's ours. We're getting the keys in 6 weeks. So essentially what I'm about to do is I'll sell my place, this place I have, because I need the money to finance my new place. It's so warm in here. I am so sorry for this inconvenience, but I need the money to finance my apartment. So basically we've got this massive shed, which is actually bigger than the actual house itself, which is very appealing, which was also very appealing to us because of the fact that I could put my business there, my grandmother could put her business there, my father could put her business there in one place. My mom has the horses, because we're going to get horses as well. There is money to be made on this farm, If everything goes according to plans, well, it should have a really nice income as well. And also just, in general, we like Zeeland as it is. We've been there a couple of times in our life, and every time we've been there, we fell tremendously in love with not necessarily just the people, but the local. When you go from a city to a local place, you do feel there's less stress, less this and this and that. Although, it wouldn't surprise me if they treat us different because we're foreigners. Well, my mom and dad is, but they've had to deal with that for their whole life. Discrimination and that, basically. So that basically, I'm finally allowed to say it. We're moving out. I thought about making a separate video, but I was like, we do not have to do that. Come on now. Nobody's waiting to watch a whole 15-20 minute video of me explaining how my parents got a house. But so yeah, like I said, I'm gonna have to sell this place to be able to finance my place on the property and make it my dream house, basically, which is very, very cool. This is all thanks to my mom and dad. This would have never been possible without their hard work, obviously. You have to work very hard for stuff like this. And I'm going to have to work very hard soon as well on that farm. God damn, dude, the horses. First thing we're going to have to do is, unfortunately, paint. My place is neglected, unfortunately, which is a real shame. My place was very bad neglected. I went there last week, Friday. We went to check because I hadn't been on the property for a year and a half. And a lot of change, I didn't remember half of the stuff. I actually had forgotten how big the property, the ground itself was. And this old Belgian couple, they wanted to go back to Belgium, live smaller, because it's two old elderly people on a big property like that. Unfortunately, what's bound to happen eventually is it's gonna get neglected. It's not gonna get taken care of properly. It's just too much space, too much to do. And their priorities aren't into that. They have different priorities. Going on pension soon. But let me tell you what, they'll make a killing profit off this house. It wouldn't surprise me if they bought this house back in the days for like 200,000. Ooh, like less or more, but whatever the hell it might be, they're making good profit on this house. And now is the right time to sell the house. We found that out as well. We've got to sell our house now. Otherwise, we'll never get the price we want for it, And I'm very glad, everyone in the neighborhood sort of knows, not everyone has said to us, oh, you're moving. Because not everyone in the neighborhood we speak to or have a friendship with. And, I've had people ask me, so, what about Brandon? I've had to personally tell them, listen, we're going to have to be very honest and upfront here. we're going to be very, very busy the first couple months. So, you know, we can't have really any visitors. We really just can't. Obviously, I don't make that rule, but it's going to be very, very difficult to just have people come over, you know, in the middle of painting a house, in the middle of setting up a business, you know. And not just that, but this whole thing has been mentally exhausting, you know, because I thought, oh, you know, buy a house is easy, you know, you just put in a bid and this and that. God damn, the freaking paperwork you need for that. I mean, I'm talking about 200, 300, 400 pages. I mean, it's insane. But yeah, we've wanted this for years. Like I said, or maybe not said, we had almost purchased a house 2.5 years ago during the pandemic, but something put us off, you know. We weren't willing to buy a house that we didn't feel like this is our dream house. You know, this house we've bought now is a dream house. This is our dream house. It's a ranch. It's not like an American type of house. No, it's a typical Dutch farmhouse, really. You know, pieces added to the house, to the original piece, and to make it seem and make bigger. And you know what appealed to my parents especially was the fact that almost everything was on low ground. So for when they get older, for example, they don't have to walk up the goddamn stairs, which that is also something we don't really like very much, having to walk up the stairs. I mean, I don't mind, but you know, at old age it's very inconvenient, you know. But yeah, I wish good luck to those elderly people, very nice people, Belgian people, with their new place. And I'm very excited for our place. Videos are going to be awesome. I'm also going to be more comfortable, I think, because I don't know, I don't feel very comfortable here where I'm at the moment, if that makes any type of sense. Like, I love the whole concept of living on my own, but I'm not 100% myself, if that makes any sense, you know. But yeah, that basically it is so warming. Oh, my shirt is completely doorzeakt, as we would say in the Netherlands. But yeah, we're going to also be very close to the border of Belgium. I think 30 minutes away from Belgium. And this house, when I say it's in the middle of nowhere, it's in the middle of nowhere. I don't even know our new place's name. But yeah, I'm very excited, man. Finally, because you know, if this wouldn't have happened, then I would have had to sell my place, pack my bags, and go to another country, because I unfortunately cannot afford a house in the Netherlands. Even if I had a girlfriend with a full-time job, would highly likely not be able to afford a house that we would like / desire. We would have to be forced to buy a house we don't even like because of its low value, you know. But it is a rip-off / scam, the Netherlands, with the housing market at the moment. I find it bullshit. I mean, you know, I'm not gonna say how much we sold a house for, but I'm like, wow, that's a lot of money for a house like that. I would never pay that, but it's not my problem, is it now? It's not my house anymore. So, yeah, a new journey. First thing I'm gonna have to do is obviously think of a background. But you guys gotta give me some space and time for that, obviously, because the first couple of days we're all going to be very tired and very, very busy on the farm. So highly likely what you'll see is a bunch of pre-recorded videos, hopefully. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to bring you guys on this journey, man. It's going to be awesome. Alright, see you guys Saturday with a new video. Peace out.